Excuse me, kitty, I gotta get to my, really crushed up my diagrams. Okay. Good afternoon or evening, morning, whatever it is. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I'm gonna do I'm not saying I'm an expert. I'm not. I admit that there's a lot that I don't know, but I know more. I have some experience in driving that most people don't have. I've got probably close to 1.5 million miles under my belt. I drove for my father for 5 years in Pennsylvania, drove his car to clients, and we drove all through Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Virginia. And then I worked for ADT as a professional driver, as an installer for 14 years, averaging about 55,000 miles a year, so 100,000 miles so somewhere around 700,000 miles for ADT. And I did get in one accident with a car, but that was totally my fault. And all the other things were hitting deer. I hit 5. They used to call me the deer slayer because I killed 5 deer. So I want to talk about. And they also, when I worked for ADT, they made us do. We took a professional driving course called Smith System. So, and it taught me a lot. So, what I'm saying here could save your life, okay, or save you from an insurance bill getting canceled, all the headaches that go with that. Maybe even running someone over. You never know what's going to happen. Driving is the single most dangerous thing you can do in your life compared to anything else. There's nothing more dangerous because we do it every day. And I think that the way they train drivers in driver's ed sucks. They teach you how to, they're like, you got to parallel park. What for? Parallel parking has got nothing to do with driver safety. It's just you live in a city and need to find a place to park. That should not be a tested skill. It's stupid. What needs to be tested is physics. We're moving. We're driving vehicles at high rates of speed, in stopping distances and all types of stuff. So the first thing I'm going to go over with right now is following distance. Okay, so when you're on the highway or even in town, mostly on the highway. So you want to have a following distance of a 3-second lead time. Okay, so when you're out on the highway, this is going to be I-95 here, right? This is I-95. Everybody's going on I-95 or one interstate. So what do you see mostly? When I'm driving out on I-95, I constantly see this. Okay? People driving in a clump, all NASCAR drafting. You think, oh, this guy's safe. He's a different way. No, he's not. None of these people are driving. I mean, this guy right here, he ain't got anything to worry about. There's nobody in front of him. Nobody in front of him. Can't see anybody. I mean, he's fine. These people right here, they set themselves up for failure. Why? Because they're following too close. And the old adage of 1 car length for every 10 miles an hour is horseshit. Just don't even pay attention to that. That's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. So how do we get the proper following distance, okay? So I'm going to use the white car and the orange car to demonstrate how we do this. Now just remember, when you're driving, you can control what's in front of you, right? I can slow down, I can draft them, I can be back here. But I can't control what's behind me, unfortunately. In some situations, like if I was in a situation and this guy's on my ass, I'm gonna pull over and let him go. Let him go. Just let them don't be the controller of speed. Let them go. Who cares? Let them get a ticket. And that's what's called bear bait. If you got somebody blowing by you about 100 miles an hour and you're going like 80, let that fucker go, because the cops pull him over, you just drive by and wave at him. And I've had that happen. Okay, so how do we follow the proper following distance? This is ridiculous, and 1 car length for every 10 miles an hour is ridiculous. So orange car is driving, all right, and I see the white line or yellow line, whatever, it's a white line on I-95. He passes the white line. I'm behind him. I'm going to count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. And then at that 3 1,000, I should be passing that same mark. If it's at 1,000, too close. 2 1,000, too close. 3 1,000, okay, bare minimum. Bare minimum. What if it's raining out? Hell, you need to make that six seconds, because something you may not know, or maybe you do know. Like, say the pavement's been dry for a week, right? And it just starts raining. You know what happens to this road? All the dripping oil and fluids out of the car will float to the surface, making this goddamn surface an ice rink. In Florida, you don't even need oil because they got seashells in the fucking pavement, in the asphalt, and it gets slippery, and it's like driving on ice. So I get my 3 seconds, and you'll be surprised at how far back you are. You'll be like, holy shit, that's where I need to be? Yes, that's where you need to be. In dry pavement, okay? And another thing you don't want to do is, so we're driving, right? This guy's following too close. I'm back here. But I'm driving up, we're all driving. But the speed limit is 65. This guy's going 50 miles an hour. I come up and I'm like, what the fuck, this guy? You know, don't be this guy. If you see someone coming up behind you and you're out here, just pull, when you can safely pull over and let this fucker go, because you're not the cops. Let them go. Quit being an asshole. All right? And the other thing is, you know, when you're driving like that, okay, so you're driving, this guy's in the slow lane. That's what it's called, a slow lane. This is in the old days, there used to be signs that for passing only, right? And what's that mean? So I'm coming up, this guy's going 55, that's the speed limit. I'm going 70, and that's what I want to do, you know. I don't care. I might get a ticket, maybe I don't. You know, I'm going to come up and be like, oh, okay, I'm going to pass him, and then pass him. And then when you pass him, wait until you can see the front of the car in your rearview mirror, then get over. And then signal, and then get over, okay? Always use your signals, always. And then get over. That's proper driving. Improper driving is driving and just camping out here and just driving out here all day long. People come up, they have to pass you on the wrong side. And in Germany, I was in Germany for 2 years. If you come up in a car, and this is my car, and I'm driving, and I'm on the Autobahn, and this guy flashes my lights, and I won't get out of the way, I'll get a ticket if the cop sees me. It's illegal, because it is illegal to pass a car on the right. It is illegal in Germany, not here, because we have shitty driving. We need to redo our driving skills. So in Germany, you can only pass to the left. It makes it safer. No matter how many roads you always like. If you're on a multi-lane highway, right, like there are Autobahns, so I can't do this shit. Like I can't, if I come up, I can't do this and then come over and do all this weaving in and out. You'll get a ticket. So if I'm gonna, all these cars, and there's another lane out here, I'm gonna come up, put my signal on, come here, put my signal on, come here, put my signal on, come here, come, and then pass everybody. And then I'm out in the far left lane. There's nobody in front of me. Then I'm gonna put my signal on and come all the way back to the right. That's how you drive. Okay, that's how you drive. Okay. So we got the following distance done. Okay, under dry pavement. Remember, when it's wet out, add 2 more seconds. You'll be surprised how far away you are. You'll be like, holy shit. And the thing that really pisses me off. So I'm doing my following distance, right? I got the guy way out here. I got my 3 seconds, and I'm driving in this blue car. And this guy, you know, and I'm in the proper lane. I'm not hogging out in the fast lane. And this guy's like flipping me off, pissing me, because we're all going the same speed here. We're all 75, 75, 75. This fucker is trained like, oh my God, you're holding traffic up. But I'm not. We're all going the same speed. I'm safe. This guy's the only thing he's getting closer to is a coroner's office visit or getting insurance canceled. Okay. So that's how, you know, it's like, I don't understand people like that. It's absolutely crazy. Okay. So that's the following distance rule, 3 seconds, okay? So now we're going to do, where's my other diagrams? Okay. Put this over here. Okay. Now we're going to do intersections, okay? So intersections and parking lots are the 2 most dangerous places you can drive, okay? It's just the way it is. Okay, so we're on a divided highway with at-grade intersections. That means there's no overpass. So, you know, you might be coming from the side road and you just drive, and this is like, I'll use Maryland, this is Route 301, heading north to Dover, and so you got, you know, 2 lanes on each side, 65 miles, or whatever the hell it is. But there's no traffic light, There's no traffic light. It's just an open intersection. Okay, so I got this car, and I'm driving in this white car. You know, whatever lane I'm in. Let's just, I'm being an asshole. I'm driving in this lane, and this. Oh no. We're gonna do. Let's just do this. So I'm back here. All right. This guy just drove across and sees me. But he sees me driving in the far right lane. So he's like, oh, I can just go in the left lane. So I'm driving, and I'm like, hey, Walmart's up there. I need to get in the left lane. And there's an intersection. So this guy's like, oh, he's in that lane. I'm going to pull out and go into this lane, which happens. But I switched lanes, and he didn't realize. He pulls out, and boom, crash. Who knows? Could be a fatality. Who knows? This guy was at fault because he violated my right of way. And even though I had the right of way, I made a mistake. I changed lanes in the intersection. What I should have done is just kept on this road and driven past that guy, and then let him, or it could have been like this, and that happens all the time. Okay. Now another thing that could happen is even if I'm, driving where I'm supposed to be. This guy pulls up, and his wife calls him and tells him she's pregnant, right, or whatever. The neighbor's beating her up, or whatever. So this guy's all stressed out. And so I'm pulling up, and maybe he's not paying attention, and maybe he just all of a sudden just says, fuck, I gotta go, and didn't really see me, and we got a T-bone intersection crash. People are dying. If I wasn't wearing a seatbelt, I'm through the windshield, I'm dead. Okay? This guy's fault again. Also kind of my fault, because what you should do is when you're driving and you see somebody here, you should take your horn and not a blast, but like a beep, 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 just to get this fucker's attention. And he looks up, then point at him, and then he'll be like, okay, well, oh shit, I've got to stop. And I drive by, nothing happened. Okay? That's just how it is. And then another way, another rule of the road, because that's on a divided highway. Now, if there's a signal, that's, you just got to pay attention what the signals say. And it's really sketchy when there's a yield, like you're here, and it's like yield on green to this, and you don't know these rules, and this guy's over here, and you turn out, and this guy switches lanes and crash. Okay, so now we're going to do Route 1 parking situation. Could be College Park, Maryland, could be somewhere. So, okay, so we've got a parking lot where people are shopping. We got this guy, he's getting ready, he's going to leave the parking lot, right? He's going to leave the parking lot. So he's here, and this is Route 1, okay? It's a major road, it's a priority road, right? And so I'm driving on Route 1, I'm driving down the road, right? Let's just say speed limit's 35, but I'm going 55, speeding, because I got to get to my college, I got to get to my exams. So I'm speeding down the road, 55 miles an hour. And I'm here, and this guy looks over and goes, oh yeah, he's far enough away, so he pulls out. But I'm going 55, and I crash into him. Who's at fault? There's going to be a lot of people that say, I'm at fault because I was speeding. That's incorrect. Was I speeding? Yes. But am I at fault? No, I'm not, because this road has priority over anybody coming out of a parking lot. I have the right-of-way. So when this guy pulls out and I hit him, he violated my right-of-way. So the cops will come up. They won't even, and this guy will be funny, yeah, speeding. Well, for one, he can't prove it. And for two, it doesn't matter because he violated my right-of-way. This guy gets the ticket. He'll pay your insurance claim if he has insurance. That's how that works. Okay, so just remember that. And when someone pull, and then the other thing is like the same thing. You see someone there, they might be on their phone or whatever the fuck, they're jerking off. Beep your horn at them, point at them, make them sure that they say, oh God, I didn't see you. You never know. I mean, this really is the most dangerous shit you can do, drive a car. Okay, so that's that scenario. Now we're going to do parking lot etiquette. There's no laws in the parking lots. Do whatever you want, basically. And it's a very dangerous, chaotic. There's people in there not paying. They're shopping. They're stressed out. They got to get there to get their wife a ring, or buy the baby some diaper rash medicine. They're all fucking pissed off. They're just, it's very, parking lots is very distracted driving because and people don't know where they're going. Am I driving the wrong way? It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to show you how to park the proper way to park. And it is important, whether you believe it or not. And you're going to believe it when I show you the example. So I drive up in my car, right? I got an open parking lot. I can park anywhere. There's nobody here yet. The store's just open. I can park anywhere. So if I pull in and park like this, hey, you're like, that's fine. No, it's a jack-off maneuver. Because when I come out of the store, this is what I find happened. All right? I come out of the store, and I'm surrounded by cars. And maybe somebody's right next to me, too, because that happens, because people are dickheads. Anyway, and then they can key their car somehow. I don't know how that happens. So anyway, so I'm like this now. I'm like, so how do I leave? I have no choice but to back up. And people are like, yeah, so what? You back up. Okay. This guy just got a call. His house got robbed. So he's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So he's flying down the parking lot lane. Because there's no speed limits in the parking lot. I mean, where's the speed limit? There isn't one. I don't see one. So this guy's going fucking flying down here. And I'm backing up. I can't really see because these are, let's just pretend these are they're two fucking big suburban SUVs. I can't see jack shit. And I'm in a car. So I'm backing up, even I'm going slow, and this fucker goes, BAM! I'm going, it's my fault because whether or not this guy was speeding doesn't matter. I backed out and I violated his right of way and he crashed into me. So it's all going to be my fault. No matter what you think, that is the case. Okay, now let's do it again. I drive up my car. Ooh. Now normally what I do is if there's a curb here, I'm going to pull in and go like this. So that way I've only got one person can park next to me, right? Only one person. So, and I don't have to worry, I don't have the guy, because, you know, you could be in a situation where you can't even open your damn door, and I've seen it, because some people are just jack-offs. All right, so if you park next to a tree, and I like to park under a tree to keep the vehicles shaded, that's not always possible. So we're going to just go with open parking lot. I drive in, I'm like, okay, I need a spot. I don't like parking next to anybody, so, but if I have no choice, that's what you have to do. But if it's open parking lot, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to park over here. And I pulled in through and stopped here. I did no backing up. I come out, same situation. Everybody just decided to go to the store, and now I'm stuck. Now I'm surrounded. Okay? We got the guy, same thing, house is robbed. Ooh, he's flying down the fucking parking lot. I come pulling out, and I can see perfectly. I'm like, holy shit, that fucking asshole fooled me. So I stop, and he fooled me, goes by. I didn't get in an accident. And then I pull up and leave. You know, because I can see. All right? And because the other thing about backing up, what if somebody put a shopping cart or a broken bottle, and you back, and like this guy backs up and pops his tire, or maybe there was a toddler that got loose and you run him over. How do you like that in the rest of your life? You killed somebody. Okay, so now we're going to do crowded parking lot. I pull in, I'm like, oh shit, there's nowhere to park. So I come around, and I'm like, oh, there's a spot. So I slowly drive up, and I'm looking. Oh, look, I don't see any broken bottles. It's all clear, no kids, nobody. Okay, so I'm going to pull up and do my backing in, and I backed in. Okay? So I had to back up, but I did it when I controlled the environment safely. I didn't have to back up into a road where someone can go by ridiculously fast or just not even pay attention, just crash into you. It could even be slow speed. That's how you fucking park. I'm telling you right now, do it. You will save yourself an insurance claim. Okay? Now, when I was in Texas, those fucking assholes at Heb, the grocery store, they angled all their parking spots. I'm not going to draw it. I'm going to show you. So they angled all the goddamn parking spots like this, right? And I'll just take this car out. So they forcing you to pull in forward, so I have to back up and could get in an accident. So what do? So I'm driving up, and we'll just do this too. So we'll have it like this. This is how they have it, right? And sometimes there's concrete. Oh yeah, another thing, they have concrete here, so you can't drive through. You got to stop. What do? So if I pull in like this, I got to go. Then I set myself up for failure. But if I come up here and I'm like, I can back in, but it's going to be a pain in the ass. So there's no rules in parking lot whether or not they have the lines. I just make sure it's clear. Drive down the wrong way because it's usually this one-way traffic, but they can't enforce that because it's a parking lot. So I drive up and then I can back in safely and then I'm fine. And I set myself up for success. And that's how that works. So just keep those things in mind, and it really will save you headaches. It does, you know, because you have to back up sooner or later when you go parking. You know, now, like if I come in, all right, and so let's just say, okay, here's another scenario. Let's just say I am stupid. Okay, so I pulled in the incorrect way. I pulled in front first. Okay, but now this car is gone. Should I back up or go forward? Me, I'm going forward. I just gotta make sure nobody else is trying to pull in, because if I pull in somebody doing that, I just want to fuck it up, back up. Then I'm forced to back up, and you just gotta do it really slow. Because if you got SUVs here, it's like crazy. Like you can't see. It's like you might as well just close your eyes. That's how dangerous it is. But if this fucker ain't here, I'm pulling out and going. See you later. So I hope you enjoyed my little lesson here. Smith System taught me most of this stuff, but I've been driving. You know, I've got a lot of miles under my belt. So I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've been in an accident, sure, but I hit deer, which they come out of nowhere, and I had 2 vehicle accidents. One when I was in a rush. It was always my fault, but I haven't been in any accidents, knock on wood, with another car in probably 15 years. So, and here's another thing that people don't understand is, they're like, yeah, well, I've been driving like, you know, the tailgating thing. I've been driving like that for 20 years, nothing's happened. You just been lucky. Is he speeding? Time biohacker? You've just been lucky. So just remember that. Just because you've been doing something for a long time and nothing's happened, doesn't make it that you're a safe driver. It is the most dangerous thing you can do. It really is. So, trying to save you some insurance money and maybe a visit to the coroner's office. So, you all have a good day.